Shalom, shalom. Shalom, man. It's been a long time. Let me see if I could do it that way. This way. It's been a long time coming. Since I've been on. It's been a long time. Just on here. About to go over a couple of things, man, because it's just crazy. Some of these doctrines that's going out, man. It's it's crazy, man. So wanted to get on and go over a couple of things, man. Topic tonight is Job a heathen, man? I'm gonna just go real quick, man. I'm not gonna even take long on this topic at all, man. I'm not gonna take long on this at all, man. I'm gonna be very quick with this, because I don't know if many know, but I believe in the Negro only doctrine. And I believe in that for specific reasons. I'll be right back. Let me go lock my office room. Hold on. Let me do it. All right. So I didn't used to be this way until scripture started unfolding, man. Once them scriptures unfold, I have to go with what doctrine is. I can't go off of my own thoughts, man. I have to rely on the facts that are in the Bible. I'm not one to go into man's doctrine or follow it at all. I strictly follow the Messiah. That's all I follow, man. So let's just dig out real quick. Let's see. I'm gonna just cut this real quick, man. This is gonna be a real quick cut. It's not gonna take long at all. This one is gonna be a quick one about Job. Let's put this to rest for good, man. Because a lot of folks tend to think that Job is a heathen just because if you read Job 1, matter of fact, let's go to it. Let's go to Job 1 and verse 1 real quick, because a lot of folks tend to think that this brother Job, I'm gonna call him, is a Edomite, man. All right, so let's read Job 1. We're gonna start at 1. I'm gonna read down a little bit. There was a Job 1 and 1. There was a man in the land of Uz, whose name was Job. That man was perfect and upright, and one that feared God and excluded evil. There were born unto him 7 sons and 3 daughters. His substance also was 7,000 sheep and 3,000 camels and 5,000 yoke of oxen and 500 she asses in a very great household, so that this man was the greatest of all the men of the east. All right, now I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna go over real quick. Let's just cut this doctrine real quick, man. Let's just cut it real. We gonna just cut it quick, man. I'm gonna take you over to Genesis, man. Let's go to Genesis 46 real quick, man. Genesis 46. Genesis 46 real quick, man. We're gonna start that. Let's go to 13. We're gonna go to Genesis 46, and you know what? We're gonna start at 12 for the sake of it, man. Genesis 46. We're gonna read 12 through 13. In the sons of Judah, and Onan, and Shelah, and Perez, and Zerah. But and Onan died in the land of Canaan. And the sons of Perez were Hazaron and Himiel. Now let's read verse 13. Let's just cut let's just cut through all the cheese, man. Let's get straight to the chase here. Verse 13 said, "In the sons of Issachar." Oh, okay. Sons of Issachar. Okay. Tola and Purvea and Job. Oh, wait. Oh, we got a problem here. And Job. Let me read that again. And the sons of Issachar, Tola, and Purvea, and Job. Okay. And Chiron. I'm gonna just stop there. Now it tells you right here who the son, where Job came from, man. I can even go back farther and trace this here, but I'm gonna just leave it at that for right now. For the for the simple folk, all right. For folks who think that Job is in fact a heathen, I'm gonna leave it right there. Now let's dig a little deeper, though. I want to go back to Job, though. Let's go to Job chapter 1 again. Let's just cut this. We gonna just cut this straight down the middle, man. So that this, see, I like to kill false doctrine so it won't come up again, man. So let's go ahead and go to Job 1 again. We're going let's just start at 4. We're gonna start at Job 1 and 4, man. And his sons went and feasted in their houses, everyone his day. That meant everyone on his birthday. See, so what they were doing was they were feasting, man. They were celebrating their birthdays, man. Cakes, candles, all type of, it was idol worship in a sense, man. It was idol worship. So they were celebrating their birthdays, idol worship, man. And sent and called for their 3 sisters to eat and drink with them. Verse 5, Job 1 and 5. And it was so, when the days of their fasting were going about, that Job sent and sanctified them. So he sent and sanctified them, meaning he prayed for them, and we about to see. And rose up early in the morning and offered burnt offerings according to the number of them all. For Job said, "It may be that my sons have sinned and caused and cursed God in their hearts." Thus did Job continually. So this was a prayerful man. He was a prayerful man that went and offered burnt offerings to make sure that his sons and his daughters, man, that they wasn't cursing God. Well, why would he think that it was cursing God? First of all, well, because the first commandment was to love the Lord thy God with all your heart, all your mind and all your understanding, right? So you are to put no other gods before him, right? So right here, when you go up and they was fat, and they was feasting on their day, on their birthday, man, they was giving up idol worship. See, that's why that's why Job went and he prayed and he offered burnt offering unto the Most High, man. See, why? Because he wanted to make sure. See, it already said that he was a perfect and an upright man in verse number 1. It is said that he was a perfect and an upright man. See, so he was making sure that his household, man, that his children, man, that he prayed and he offered up prayer and supplication in offerings for his children, so that God wouldn't curse them, man. See, now let's go to we're gonna go to verse 6, man. We're gonna read verse 6. Verse 6 reads, now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them. Satan came also among them. Verse 7. And the Lord said unto Satan, whence comest thou? Then Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down it. Verse 8. And the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job? Now wait. If Job was such an Edomite or whatever, why is it the Lord's servant? Only Israel can be servants of the Lord, I thought, man. Only Israel can be servants of the Lord. Only the apostles and the prophets and all them was servants of the Lord, man. The sons of God, servants of the Lord, man. So why is this man, this Edomite, as some folks call him, want to call him, how is he a servant of the Lord? Can't be, man. See, that's why it's important to read these scriptures, man. Let's finish that. Verse 8. Let's start from the top. And the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth? A perfect and an upright man, one that feareth God and escheweth evil. Then Satan answered the Lord and said, verse 9, doeth Job fear God for naught? So here comes Satan, man, this old slimy serpent, man, trying to taunt the Lord here, man. Verse 10. Hast not thou made an hedge about him? Meaning, so Satan asks the Lord, didn't you make a hedge of protection around Job? Watch this slimy snake, man. So why would the Lord be talking to Satan and Satan talking back to him about Job if that's an Edomite? Why would the Lord be tempted of an Edomite? Or why would Satan want to tempt in his own his own people? Why would Satan want to tempt his own? Verse 10 again. Hast not thou made an hedge about him? A hedge of protection. That's what a hedge is. Okay. And about his house, and about all that he hath on every side. Well, all that he hath on every side was his kids too, man. See, Job always prayed, man, and he always made sure that his kids' sins were forgiven, man. All right. Thou hast blessed the work of his hands, and his substance is increased in the land. But put forth thy hand now and touch all that he hath. This is Satan talking to the Lord, man. And he will curse thee to thy face. So Satan is trying to tempt the Lord over Job. Now, before I get any deeper, because I'm about to get a little deeper. Now, so you're going to tell me that the Lord is going to go to bat for a Edomite, man? The Lord ain't going to go to battle for no Edomite, man. So why do people think that Job is an Edomite when when Satan is trying to tempt the Lord over Job? I just showed you in Genesis 46 what lineage Job came from. Now we about to get into his skin of things right here. Let's kill this doctrine that he was an Edomite, man. Let's kill it for once and for all, man. And the Lord said unto Satan, behold, all that he hath is in thy power. Only upon himself put not forth thy hand. So Satan went forth from the presence of the Lord. And there was a day when his sons and his daughters were eating and drinking wine in their eldest brother's house. And there came a messenger unto Job and said, the oxen are plowing, and the asses feeding beside them. And the Sabeans fell upon them and took them away. Yeah, they have slain the servants with the edge of the sword. And I only am encamped alone to tell thee. I want to skip real quick. So the Lord made a deal. Well, Satan and the Lord made a little deal. The Lord told Satan, all right, all that he has is in thy hand. Oh, but only don't you touch my servant Job, though. That's it. Everything else, man, it's up for grabs. But Job, don't you touch. So as you see here, some of his belongings got killed. All right. Now let's you can read the rest of that and find out what happened. Every time his brothers and sisters were drinking some of his cattle and such died, and even the young men. So that's when Job he went to go rent his mantle, and he shaved his head, and he fell to the ground and worshiped, prayed, sook repentance, not so much repentance, but he sook to try to see, hey Lord, all right, what's going on here? All right. So let's just go to verse 22 real quick. In all this, Job sinned not, nor charge God foolishly. So that shows you right there that Job never blamed the Lord for what happened. See, so the Lord lifted up the hedge from around Job, but he still kept it on Job because he told Satan, hey, all right, everything that Job has you can touch, but my servant Job you cannot touch at all. All right. Now let's go ahead and go to let's go and read chapter 2 real quick. Chapter 2 real quick. I'm gonna read down to 4. 5. Read down to 5. I'm trying to get to a point here. That's why I'm reading all of this. I'm trying to get to a point real quick. Job 2. And again, there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them to present himself before the Lord. And then and the Lord said unto Satan, from whence comest thou? And Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down it. And the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and an upright man, one that feareth God and exclueth evil. I don't know that word, y'all. Forgive me. And still he holdeth fast his integrity. After all that happened to him in chapter 1. He still, as the Lord said, he's still holding fast his integrity, meaning he's not cursing the Most High, man. He's not cursing the Father or the Son at all. All right. Although thou movest me against him to destroy him without cause. So see, so in chapter 1, when all that's I want to say a deal kind of between Satan and the Lord, when that went down, the Lord lifted up the hedge from Job's household and the things that was around him, meaning his cattle, kids, everything. But he kept that hedge of protection around Job, though. See? All right. See? So that's what he means when he said, although thou movest me against him, not to destroy him, but to destroy the things around him, which in fact would destroy him still on the inside, because those are his children, cattle, everything. He seems that what's the word? He feels like he's losing. So that would kind of lose any man to be like, hold on, wait, Lord, now I didn't serve you all this time. What's going on here? Am I doing something wrong? See? So verse 4, and Satan answered the Lord and said, skin for skin. Now this is what I'm trying to get to right here. Verse 4, and Satan answered and said, and Satan answered the Lord and said, skin for skin. Yeah, all that a man hath will he give for his life. Now, what did that skin for skin mean right there? Now, let's take it back a bit. We didn't went to Genesis chapter 46. We found out that Job was from the tribe of Issachar. Okay. We showed that he was an upright, perfect man. The Lord definitely was in this man's life, and he was definitely saving this brother for a reason. He loved Job, and he had a hedge of protection around this man and his household and all his cattle and everything that he acquired. Okay. Now, why would the Most High save an Edomite's life like this? if he was a Edomite. So we got to stop saying that Job was a heathen, because he in fact was not. Now let's finish this out a little bit more, because I just want to hit a couple of points, and then I'm done with this subject. All right. Verse 4 again, Job 2 and verse 4. And Satan answered the Lord and said, skin for skin. Yeah, all that a man hath will he give for his life. Put forth thy hand now and touch his bone and his flesh, and he will curse thee to thy face. His flesh. Ain't this flesh? Ain't this flesh? Skin for skin. Let me touch his bone and his flesh. All right. So he was talking about taking Job's melanin color. That is exactly what he was talking about there. About taking Job's melanin. Let's finish this out. And the Lord said unto Satan, behold, he is in thy hand, but save his life. Don't kill him. So went Satan forth from the presence of the Lord and smote Job with sore boils from the sole of his feet until his crown. And he took him a potsherd to scrape himself withal, and he sat down among the ashes. Let's just read what his wife said, though. Then said his wife unto him, doest thou still refrain thy integrity? Curse God and die. Now, his skin was plagued with boils. He had to scrape his skin. What does it say about leprosy, man? What happens during leprosy? Don't you get boils and bumps and stuff? And, according to the Bible, don't your skin change colors? Don't your pigment leave and start turning white? Ain't that seen as unclean? Huh. Okay. Now let's dive a little deeper into this. Yeah, I'm dissecting this. I want the meat from these bones, man. I want to leave this I want to leave this pot roast or whatever whatever meat. I want to leave the bone. I want a big steak or something, right? And I want to take all the meat off and leave just the bone. All right? Because I don't want folks to watch this later and come back with questions about Job, how he's a heathen. So we're going to lay that to rest. Okay? Let's go to Job 7 real quick. So we just found out that his skin was plagued, right? Job 7 and 5. My flesh is clothed with worms and clods of dust. My skin is broken and become loathsome. His skin is broken, guys. Let's get some more precepts for his skin, man. Because see, I'm really covering two subjects with this one. I'm covering how he was how Job was an Issacharite. Not only was he an Issacharite, but he had melanated skin. He was dark skinned, man. So how can that translate into the Hispanics of today? Yeah. We gonna stop with all this false doctrine. I don't even have to take that long on these subjects, man. But let's get to it though. Let's go to Job 6 right quick, and we go on Job 6. We're gonna do 11 and 12, man. Why is my strength? Job 6, verse 11. Why is my strength? I mean, what is my strength? That I should hope. What is my end? That I should prolong my life. Is my strength the strength of stones? Or is my flesh of brass? Did he just ask, was his skin? Was his flesh of brass? So wait, if his flesh is of brass, why are we calling him an Edomite? See, I haven't even hit you with the Job 30 and 30 yet. See, I'm getting precepts before that. So if his skin is of brass and he was a Issacharite, let's just put 2 and 2 together right there. I don't even have to say much more. I don't have to say much more. Let's try to get one more precept before I go to Job 30 and 30 though. All right. So we just so we're attacking the skin here. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna go back to Job 6 real quick too, though. I'm gonna go back to Job 6 real quick, and then I'm gonna hit Job 30. Go back to Job 6, and I'm gonna hit Job 30. Okay, let's go to Job 6 real quick one more time. 6 and 6. 6 and 6. Now we say that we are the salt. Israel is the salt of the earth, right? We the salt of the earth, man. That means that we got flavor, style, whatever you want to call it. Well, let's hear this from Job's mouth. Job 6 and 6. Can that which is unsavory be eaten without salt? Or is there any taste in the egg, in the white of an egg? If y'all don't know what that means right there, I don't know what to tell you. Let me read that again to you, man. See, Job was a man. Come on now, man. Job was a Issacharite man, and he had melanated skin, dark skin. Now let's see this. Can that which is unsavory be eaten without salt? So he's telling you right there, man. Look, the salt has left the building because his skin was taken from him. Now let's read this again from the top. Can that which is unsavory be eaten without salt? We the salt of the earth, right? Or is there any taste in the white of an egg? This is Job's question. This is a question, man. Now let's drop down to 11 and 12 again before I go to Job 30 and 30. What is my strength that I should hope? And what is my end that I should prolong my life? Is my strength the strength of stones, or is my flesh of brass? Look, I'm not going to keep playing with these fake Israelites, man. I'm about to, look, doctrine about to start coming out, the real time. 30 and 30, real quick, then I'm forbearing with this subject, man. My skin is black upon me, and my bones are burnt with heat. So I ask you, you say Job was a heathen? How sweat? How can he be? We done went through things and it showed you, man. Job is in fact Job is in fact an Israelite, man. And he's from the tribe of Issachar, man. And he was a black, melanated man. With that, I say shalom, shalom to the house, to the chosen seed of Israel, man. That's coming with this true doctrine across the four corners of this earth, man. Next, I'm going to go and talk on, was all of Israel scattered across the four corners of the earth, or was it just Judah? It's time to start bringing out this true gospel, man. So with that, I say shalom, shalom, man. This is Hai Tajawam Zabak from the house of prayer, man. The house of prayer, man. We coming out, man. In these last days, man, these last seconds, man. The true chosen have to know the truth, man. The truth of the gospel, man. See? I'm trying to follow the Hamashiach in all of his ways, man. Not in what I want to pick and choose, what sounds good to my ears. No, I want to follow him in all his righteousness, man. That means every last see. A lot of people don't even know what his doctrines are. See? Don't even know that we got to repent from the old way, from what our forefathers did, man. That's why we're in the condition that we in there. Everybody wanna do all this same stuff that our forefathers did. What about repenting from that, man? Like I say, I'm out of here, man. Shalom, shalom. Peace to your whole household, man. I wish everybody in Israel peace. The true chosen, man. Are you fakers and all the stuff, man? I look, I'm not even God. I'm not wishing you Godspeed at all, man. That's in the Bible, man. James, man. I'm tired of playing games. I'm ready to get out of here. Look, this is not my home. I'm a pilgrim and a stranger passing through. Time to stop playing games, man. I'm gone. Shalom.